Alright, here we go again. The one after the Super Bowl. You know what this is? I just did the video because of the storm, Aaron, and we did the Aaron uh, Brockovich connections with that and Madonna, and I was like, you know what? I just would like to see, let's just see what the episode number was. See if it was like season 2. Oh look, season 2 episodes 12 and 13. 213's in there. The beginning of the Lucas numbers again. I was kind of expecting it to be season 2 episode 8, you know. But this is the one after the Super Bowl. This is the one with Julia Roberts and Julia Roberts in it, and Chandler, Matthew Perry. This is the one, okay? At least I think this is what it is. At least it's got Julia Roberts and her in it. I don't know if this is the one where she leaves them in the toilet or not, or what. I don't know how many episodes she was in. Anyway, to cut a long story short, guess who else is in this? Okay, no, actually, before we do that, guess what the bloody original air date was? Oh my goodness, January the 28th. And when I saw this as well, the one after the Super Bowl, I'm thinking, well, I just did the decode for Eli Manning and the Super Bowl thing in iPet Goat for the 20th, and now this one's coming out on numerology. If you just read that number backwards, 821 for the one after the 820 decode on the Super Bowl with the Eli Manning thing. I'm just like, oh, I was just doing my head in, Then I'm looking down here at guest appearances. Jean-Claude Van Damme's in it. If you've seen some of my old videos, the thing that springs to mind right now is Universal Soldier, Jean-Claude Van Damme with Dolph Lundgren. They go over the Hoover Dam. Yeah, they have the Hoover Dam right at the start of that film. Okay, and guess what name his character is, right? Luke Devereaux. It's not a very common name, Devereaux, and it's a personal reference for me. If you haven't guessed by now, that's my surname. The what was I going to say? In the French Connection, again, Devereaux shows up. One of the bad guys is, I think it's Henry Devereaux. Okay, and I'm thinking, oh dear, and that name, and Devereaux does show up. It's not a very common name at all. Okay, but it does show up in a lot of films. It shows up. The Goonies. Mouth is a Devereaux. Double Jeopardy. There's Devereaux in that. What's the one with Denzel? I think it's Denzel Washington and Bruce Willis, where he takes over the city. I can't remember. Anyway, he's a Devereaux. Bruce Willis plays a Devereaux in that one. There's loads of them. It's just what's her name's wife is a Devereaux as well. Chris Columbus, who makes a lot of loaded films. Oh dear, oh dear. I don't know what to say. 128. I was like, oh really? Oh really? Jean-Claude Van Damme's at it. Oh really? He's got the Van Damme in his bloody name. He's got the JC. His birthday is the 18th of October. Let's just look at it. Okay, come on, let's go on it. Yeah. Okay, 18th of October. He's got that same numerology as Rocco Ritchie. Okay. Ay. And of course, our center of our Lucas numbers, we can you know, do an abbreviation of 1118 down to 118. I don't know what else, you know, I mean, it's just, we're going around in circles, you know. We go back to the Erin Brockovich thing. Her birthday with the Diogo Jota white wedding date, yeah, the white wedding date, yeah. Julia Roberts, you know, 1028, the 128 again. She's the star of the film, Erin Brockovich, yeah. Look at the release dates, yeah. We've got the bloody pie showing up again, I know. And in fact, if we do the number jump there, I showed you this the other day. Now, because we're on the 21st instead of the 20th, now we can click end date, and now we've got 9292. Double white wedding number, yeah? I don't know, maybe it's pointing to Madonna for 9192. I don't know. This is what I'm saying. It's super difficult to do a prediction because, what, you know, you're just going around in circles. Anyway, what was this other one? What was this? 128.96. I can't remember what that was now. Was that the? Hang on a minute. Let's see what that was. Hang on a minute. I'm trying to think. Oh, this was the, yeah, this, okay. This was the release of that, the one after the Super Bowl. 128.96. Okay, let's get the stuff right here. 128.96 through to today's date. Okay. That does not look very interesting. But again, actually, you could click on one more day. Look at that now. That's nice. With the 108, the 18. Okay. Anyway, let's. What's this? Ah, 1350. We were just getting this with the 513 stuff with oh, blooming, what's his name? The Wolf. Yeah, Harvey Keitel. Unbelievable. Again, you know, the 31st of May with all blooming, what's her face in Back to the Future, and Clint Eastwood and Titanic, all these things with that number, and you know, obviously the Vesica Pisces number 153. Yeah, the 153 fish. The Vesica Pisces number, the mirror number. What is it? Oh, 1100th composite. Really? I'm about to give up on it. I got one more. I'm going to do one more tonight, but it's just what is going on? You tell me in the comments what the hell is going on here. You know, how can you have so many connections? The one after the Super Bowl, unbelievable. Blimmin' hell. And we had, you know, Lucas numbers showing up within that as well, and it's just like, ay ay ay. I don't know what else to say. Let me. What I'm going to do, I'm going to do this other one. Oh, and it was super. Look at this. Super Bowl 30. Let's just look at what Super Bowl 30 was as well. Cowboys Steelers. Can't there's anything interesting on the surface of that. I'm not doing this right now, but oh, it was on the. So we've got the triple X again. X marks a spot. Mad Amex. Bloody hell. 128. So it was right. It must have been right after the Super Bowl that night. Yeah, the one after the Super Bowl. Boy, that must have been on pretty late because usually Super Bowl runs pretty late. So they made a point to put that on that day. You know, I mean, anyway, interesting. Diana Ross. Oh, of course, we've got to have a Diana in there. I have no idea on her numbers. March 26th. We got the Diana in there anyway. Okay, all right. Well, we're done with this one. I'm going to do one more. Okay, hold up, and oh yeah, the 326 as well is a pretty interesting number with Madonna with the 623 references. Yay. Key bridge stuff as well. Alright. Done. Alright, night.